Hey guys, Cubby here with my review for The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I was lucky enough to go see this movie, and I also did a written review, which you guys can definitely check out at nerdlocker.com. But just to give you a little rundown, real quick, what I thought about this movie, it was really awesome, I think, what they did and how they did it, especially the 3D. That was a really great way to do it. It was really subtle. You don't notice it. It just kind of, hey, things are kind of in perspective. You see things differently, and then all of a sudden you're flinching because there's bats or there's like an axe being thrown. It's not in that cheesy 3D movie way. It's like in a battle, someone just kind of like glances back and you don't notice that it's going to come, but oh my God, you're freaking out. It's fun. It's actually like an emerging experience. I never saw Avatar in 3D, but from what everyone told me about that, it's very similar, very similar to that. The 48 frames per second, this whole new format they're doing, I don't know. It looked like someone on the editing room just kind of turned the fast forward on just a little bit, and then like, oh, whoops, my bad, dude. Put down the Doritos, man. Stop doing that. Like, it just felt weird. It felt really weird. It kind of took me out of the movie at certain parts, but it's also like when all these dwarves are throwing around plates and cleaning up the house and singing a song. And so it's not that bad. It's already a movie about these guys taking a mountain from a dragon. So, I mean, you can't really like knock it that much for that. As far as sticking to the story goes, if you're not familiar with the original Hobbit, it's about Bilbo Baggins being recruited reluctantly by a group of dwarves with Gandalf the Grey to pretty much go and steal back their last great home, their last great kingdom. And it's a great story. The original story is amazing, just the book, but it's really short. And being that this is a 2.5-hour movie with 2 other movies coming out that are probably gonna be the same length, it seems like a lot, but at the same time, there's so much information in these books and there's so much gaps to fill that I think it's actually going to work out perfectly. But I did think it was a little too long. It was a little bit like, look, I need to go to the bathroom. Can I just like go for 5 seconds and not miss anything? You know, but you can't, obviously. I would suggest no drinking any coffee and or liquid, and maybe not even eating anything because you don't want anything interrupting your movie-going experience. Other than that, if you're just a good fan, or if you're a big fan of fantasy and action and craziness and good family humor, this is definitely the movie. It's not nearly as dark as Lord of the Rings. It can get there, but it's not nearly that bad. And there's a ton of great just moments between these dwarves and Bilbo, done beautifully by Martin Freeman. He is like the perfect Hobbit, like just great, even better than Elijah Wood and Sean Astin. They were great, but Martin Freeman just pulls it out of the park, and all the returning actors are great. Thorin Oakenshield, though, is probably my favorite dwarf, and he's probably going to be everyone's favorite dwarf after this, although Bofur is pretty goddamn hilarious. So check this movie out and check out my review if you want some more info on this. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls because, man, it was pretty damn good.